We are lucky to have this rare footage of the Master taken from a Nigel Brooks interview in 2004.
Oh, come on in, chaps. I thought we'd do this in the garden. It's much too nice to be in the dojo, don't you agree? Come on this way.
I see that you keep up with your weapons training.
Yes, I'm an expert in Reiki, and I have studied it for many years.
Well, Master, I suppose the first thing I should ask you is, who have been your major influence in the martial arts?
In recent years, that would be Wyn Jones, the Welsh wizard in Aikido. Going back a bit, I would have to say Jeff Gleason, a very intellectual martial artist. And then, of course, my coach, Jerry Hicks, who was a true master, in the very real sense of the word. He, in fact, taught me brushstrokes. Before you go, you must see my window. There's hardly a streak to be seen. I'm quite proud of that. Of course, one of the earlier influences would have been my dear father, who taught me the family secret arts. I well remember his last words to me, which was something like, which I interpreted as being, never disclose all of the family arts. On the other hand, it might have been to go stumm and not admit anything. But that's my early recollection. Of course, the most important influence on me, undoubtedly, would have been Attila the Hun. In fact, I was one of the few people that were allowed to call him out.
Master, one of the most intriguing aspects of your martial art is how do you get such effortless power? Are you willing to illuminate us on that?
Yes, I am prepared to cast some light on that matter, although I doubt if the world is quite ready for it. I will in fact show you some of my special chi exercises before you leave.
No, Master. Although you are the most renowned martial artist alive today, very little is known of your personal life. I wonder if you would care to discuss this topic. I know, for example, that your name has been linked with a very important person indeed.
No, I'm sorry. I am simply not prepared to discuss my relationship with Her Majesty the Queen. Except to say that in the late 1990s, security at Buckingham Palace was lax, until my timely intervention, but I think you'll find it's much improved now. But that's all I'm going to say on the matter.
I appreciate that you are subject to certain protocol, and Master, I do hope that I haven't caused you any offence. Master, besides being a martial artist, an inventor, a family man, you're also a very spiritual man. In fact, you are a spiritual leader. Would you like to discuss that topic with us?
Now, some people may think it rather strange that a martial artist as myself should be so spiritual. But there's many precedents for this. You've only got to look back, shall we say, to Mori Yushiba, who was a very spiritual man. It also helps if you're a schizophrenic, when you think about it. If you're schizophrenic, you can attack from the front and from the rear at the same time. I'm currently trizophrenic, which means that I can attack from the front, from the rear, and either side. I'm actually working on being quadraphonic, which means I should be able to attack from the left side, sorry, that's the left side, the right side, the back, and the front, all at once. And I think at that stage I will have reached my full potential as a martial artist. But to go back to your question about my spirituality, I suppose this happened a few years ago. I was walking in the woods not far from my home here at Merton Lodge in Torquay, and there was a sudden storm. A bolt of lightning struck. And believe me, if I had been in Painter at the time instead of Torquay, I would have been struck stone dead. And that made me see the light.
Tai Chi, Aikido, Dando are all soft internal arts, and therefore you need to be physically strong so you can do ordinary things, because while you're doing your art you shouldn't be using strength, you should be using chi and ki energy. So I'm going to give you an example of a strength exercise and an example of a chi exercise. So first of all, the strength exercise. Alright, so I do 2 sets of 25 straight after each other. Allow me to do 9. So I do those and dips, and then I straight away do another set. I won't bore you by going through the whole lot, but it's immediately for the arms. The legs you're using all the time. You're using the legs to walk. So, you should do the same number of dips as you do chins. And I do, as I say, I do 50 straight off, 25, 25. And now an example of a chi exercise to develop your mind. So, now I'm going to do a few one-fingered chins. Okay, but these are key exercises. Okay. Now, when it comes to walking, you should, when you're on the mat, be ever so light and relaxed, so you can hardly feel any effort. When you're going uphill, no effort. So occasionally you will need to bend your legs and walk like this. So you can walk like this with a shopping bag. When you're coming out of Sainsbury's, walk like this. But when you're walking around Sainsbury's, walk like this. Really light, nice and light, nice and easy.
Go back here.
Ha ha ha.